welcome back to our channel. Today we are diving into a topic that will make you question everything you see, hear, smell, taste, and touch. Get ready for an eye-opening experience as we explore the fascinating world of perception and how it shapes our reality. Have you ever stopped to think about how we perceive the world around us? Our senses are constantly bombarded with information from our environment, yet we don't experience life as a chaotic mess of sensations. Instead, we interpret these sensations and create a coherent picture of the world. But what if this picture is not the whole truth? What if our perception of reality is just a tiny fraction of what is actually out there? Imagine standing in a vast concert hall. The air is electric with anticipation as the world-famous symphony orchestra takes their seats. The conductor raises their baton, and as the first notes resonate through the hall, you feel goosebumps rise on your skin. This is music, and it's just one of the many symphonies that play throughout your day. Like the music in the concert hall, your life is filled with a symphony of senses, each playing a unique instrument in the orchestra of your experience. Your eyes, like cameras, capture the visual notes of the world, painting pictures that dance behind your eyelids. Your ears, like microphones, pick up the auditory melodies and harmonies, whispering secrets in your ear. Your nose, a skilled chemist, identifies the olfactory fragrances, composing scents that tell stories. Your tongue, a connoisseur of flavors, arranges the gustatory symphony, savoring the tastes that tantalize your taste buds. Finally, your skin, a tactile storyteller, narrates textures and temperatures through gentle touches and soft caresses. Each sense contributes its own melody to the symphony, creating a rich tapestry of sensations that make up your perception of the world. Just as a composer uses different instruments to create a harmonious piece of music, your brain orchestrates a complex composition of sensory information. It blends the visual, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, and tactile notes into a single, coherent experience. But here's where things get really intriguing. The amazing thing is that you do unhear the individual instruments when you listen to music in the concert hall. You just hear the beautiful symphony created by the combined efforts of all the musicians. Similarly, your brain doesn't perceive individual sensations like the smell of roses or the taste of chocolate. Instead, it perceives the overall sensory experience. Think about it. When you walk into a room, you don't register the individual sensations of sight, smell, sound, and touch separately. You experience the entire scene as a unified whole, a single percept. In other words, your brain doesn't just passively receive sensory input. It actively organizes and interprets the information to create a meaningful experience. Now, if our perception is shaped by our brain's interpretation of sensory input, then what influences this interpretation process? What factors shape our perception and ultimately our reality? The answer lies within us, in the very structure of our brains. Your brain is not a static organ. It's incredibly dynamic, constantly changing and adapting based on your experiences and interactions with the world. This process is known as neuroplasticity, and it allows your brain to fine-tune its perception and tailor it to your unique needs and experiences. Neuroplasticity is most evident in the visual system. When you were born, your brain didn't know how to process visual information. You had no concept of shapes, colors, or depth. But as you grew older and started seeing the world around you, your brain began to organize and interpret the visual input you received. Over time, it developed a map of the visual world, and this map is still being refined today. Every time you look at something, your brain compares the new visual information to the existing map, and any differences are used to update the map. This is why your perception of the world is constantly changing. It's also why you can learn new ways of seeing things. For example, if you've always seen the world in black and white, but then suddenly you're exposed to color, your brain will have to create new pathways to process the new visual information. It will start to see the world in a whole new light, literally. And metaphorically speaking, this is a remarkable feat of neuroplasticity. And it shows how flexible and adaptable your brain is in the face of new experiences. But it's not just our visual system that is shaped by neuroplasticity. Every sense is constantly updating our perception of the world based on our experiences. For example, if you were born without the ability to smell, your brain would not develop the olfactory pathways that are responsible for processing smells. However, if you were exposed to smells later in life, such as when you start working in a bakery, your brain would start to develop these pathways. Over time, you would become more attuned to the smells around you. fact, the sense of smell is a powerful reminder of the connection between our past experiences and our present perception. Smells have a remarkable ability to evoke memories and emotions, transporting us back to moments in time that are forever etched in our minds. Have you ever smelled freshly baked bread and been instantly reminded of your childhood home? Or maybe the scent of a particular perfume brought back memories of a first date. These are examples of the olfactory system's influence on our perception and memory. The power of smell lies in the fact that the olfactory bulb, the part of the brain that processes smells, is directly connected to the areas responsible for memory and emotion. This means that when you smell something, you don't just perceive it as a neutral stimulus. You'll also associate it with a particular time, place, or person. Let's take the smell of freshly cut grass. For some people, this smell might evoke happy memories of summer days spent playing outside. For others, it might remind them of a beloved pet that used to greet them with enthusiasm whenever they came home. Each person's olfactory memories are unique to them, shaped by their individual experiences and associations. But what does this mean for our perception of reality? If our memories and emotions are so closely tied to our senses, then it means that our perception of the world is not objective. It's subjective and personal. Two people can experience the same thing, like the smell of freshly cut grass, and have completely different reactions because their olfactory memories and emotions associated with that smell are different. This is why it's important to be aware of our own biases and the factors that influence our perception. By understanding our senses and how they shape our reality, we can become more aware of the limitations of our perception and appreciate the different perspectives of others. We can also learn to challenge our own biases and broaden our understanding of the world. As we continue to explore the fascinating world of perception, we'll delve deeper into the complexities of our senses and how they influence our everyday lives. From the power of touch to the mysteries of taste, each sense has its own unique story to tell. So stay tuned and get ready to embark on a journey of discovery that will change the way you see the world forever. Our senses are truly a remarkable gift, allowing us to experience the world in all its beauty and wonder. But it's important to remember that they are not perfect. They can deceive us, bias us, and sometimes even fail us. But perhaps it's in these imperfections that we find the true beauty of our senses. They remind us that our perception of reality is a unique and personal experience, shaped by our individual circumstances and perspectives. So as we wrap up our exploration of the symphony of senses, take a moment to appreciate the complexity and wonder of your own perception. Embrace the imperfections, celebrate the biases, and cherish the moments when your senses bring you joy, comfort, and peace. Remember, you are the conductor of your own symphony of senses, and the music you create is a testament to the beauty and complexity of being human. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about similar topics, we highly recommend checking out our other videos on the psychology of perception. We have a range of fascinating content that explores topics such as optical illusions, the placebo effect, and the psychology of color. We also have videos on the power of the mind and the mysteries of consciousness. Thank you for joining us on this journey of discovery. And if you found value in our content, please don't forget to show your support. Your support means the world to us and allows us to continue creating informative and thought-provoking videos on the human mind. Till next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep discovering the wonders of your own mind.